What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. We're just on our way to Riverside gas station. We're going to try and do this CP, and today I'm trying something that's huge in PvP right now, but I'm going to try it in PvE. And the reason I say that is because I always kind of dismissed Umbra for PvE because of the in and out of cover, having to go into cover to get stacked. And, I just felt like, especially if you were in a team, you always kind of just got left behind, right? Because they were running around with the striker builds, or Borising or doing whatever they were doing. And you kind of got left behind. And I didn't like that. So I put together a build. This is not the same as the PvP build that I posted recently. And I've kind of edited it for for PvE, and because I kind of took the skills out of it. And the reason I say I took the skills out of it is because if I really wanted to run a skill build, I would just run a skill build, right? I don't really want to try and adapt an Umbra build to a skill build. I've come into this super hot area where God knows what is going on. There's a gun somewhere playing absolute havoc with me right now. Oh, I got his grenade. I absolutely got his grenade. Flip of the day. Any closer than what? Right now I'm running off 0 stats. I've not been in cover. I almost got myself killed going into cover to get the stacks. That was funny. Alright. Let's see if we get some what is going on there? What are these guys? These are nothing to do with my CP. One thing I do notice about Umbra is the health regen just isn't enough. That guy right there is right through my head. This guy's running around like he's got pants in his pants. He's not even part of my CP. Someone else is having a go here. Where is he? Bro, you're not even part of my CP. Get out of my video.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Well, he was part of the CP. I'll let him off. Alright, we're gonna camp here. Where are they gonna come in? Back into cover, wait for some more come. This tactic kind of works, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Not when you run out of ammo, it's not. This guy's not dropping ammo.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Well, that was another event. What I got for 2 assault rifles on. Now, the reason I've got 2 assault rifles on is I wanted to show you 2 variants of the first, your primary gun you could run. Not that I advised running 2 with this. That would be stupid. Because you'll run out of ammo, like I did. Going this way again. That was the world's worst pulse.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Come on, mate.
Hostile
Got cover. Got an heavily armored hostile en route. Look at these guys here. NPCs taking care of them for me. Put your big flame bazooka away, mate. Not welcome around these parts. The wand. Funny, I call something else the wand. And there we go. I think that's a pretty good idea of how the build works. Whether you decide Umbra is your playstyle or not, I mean, that is another thing. I love it in PvP, right? I think it just works to the nature of going in and out of cover and things like that. In PvE, I think there's just better alternatives, right? I think Hunter's Fury works better. I think Strikers obviously works better. So, yeah, kind of controversial, right? Is it bad? No. If you like that playstyle going in and out of cover, if you want the extra bit of survivability by going in cover, yeah, I mean, it does the job, right? It does the job. So, is it bad? No. Is it the best? No. Is it middle of the road and a bit of a different playstyle? Absolutely. And maybe that's what you want from the game. So let's show you the build. So, Gunner, because just Gunner, right? Damage target out of cover. What am I talking about? Damage target out of cover. I'm talking about armor on kill. When you get a kill, you get extra reload speed, extra bullets, all that good stuff. Gunner just makes sense. Plus, we get the Banshee pulls because we do want to run and gun a little bit as well, if you like me. But if you don't want to take that, by all means, take Firewall, get yourself the shield, the Striker shield, and use the shield instead. 2 guns you could use. Now, I like the Shield Splinter a lot, but if you want a little bit more survivability, you could do an F2000 and perhaps for something like Preservation. You'll notice the damage drop off when I was doing, the difference between these two, because this one is level 25 expertise. But for my secondary gun, I'd probably just run the Scorpio. It's a great get yourself out of jail free card. For your TDI card, custom, I always put this in my offhand. I love having Sledgehammer just in case. You never know when it might come in handy. Now, for everything else here, you can kind of mix and match this to however you want. You could put a Grupo backpack in here. Would be much easier to get than my Palisade one, and put a Palisade piece in here as the holster. I'm just absolutely flexing that I've got a Palisade backpack with Bloodsucker. So there you can see here, Palisade at 10% armor on kill to go with having Gunner, which kind of makes sense. 20% armor on kill is a really decent amount. Weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage with Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes the stack of 10% bonus armor. And this is a lot of survivability at this point as well. You can choose to put as many blues in as you want. I chose 2 being enough, but if you want to put 3 in, you're not going to go far wrong. Like I said, here is the Grupo holster. 15% crit damage, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. But like I said, easily, much easier to get yourself a Grupo backpack with Bloodsucker and then work on getting a Palisade holster with just like, to get a Palisade holster with crit chance, crit damage. They roll blue already, right? So you only need to get the core attribute blue. Get one with crit chance, then just roll crit damage on it, and that's one of your blues already. And then to have red everywhere else. So, you've got way easier options to put together than what I'm showing you now. These are the pieces I had available. There's no point in duplicating pieces. So then for the Umbra, we get 15% crit chance, which makes it so easy to get to crit chance cap. Really, really easy. If you wait to swap to something like the St. Elmo, you'll probably go over cap. It's that easy. It's really, really easy. 30% reload speed, and then from the shadows into the light. So why in cover we gain 10 stacks per second up to 50. Each stack gives us 1% critical damage increase, and then the 0.3% RPM. The buffers that apply while we're in cover, it only applies when we come out of cover. That's why the second you come out of cover, you notice that instant RPM increase. While out of cover, agents lose 2 stacks a second at normal speed and 1 stack while sprinting. That's why, you know, it's so loved in PvP, because you're moving around all the time. And while in cover, while out of cover and in combat, you gain 10 stacks per second up to 50. Each stack gives you 0.8% armor regen when it's consumed. But the stacks are only consumed when you go into cover. Weapon damage, crit chance. Now, I have taken the chest piece for this. I think it's kind of wise because it increases from the shadows, increases the max stacks from the shadows from 50 to 100 and the stack gain from 10 to 20. So it takes exactly the same amount of time to get the stacks up, but you get a much faster RPM. I've rolled this to armor, crit chance, and crit damage. Then with the gloves, armor again, critical hit damage, and with the knees, weapon damage, critical hit damage. But like I said, you could build this multiple ways. I would definitely recommend an easier way of building this would be just to go with a palisade holster with crit chance, crit damage, and a blue armor core, a group or backpack with bloodsucker, and then go to put another blue in one of your Umbra pieces, and you'll still have 2 blues, and you know, easy peasy. If we were to look at the stats, you can see we're at 59% crit chance, 144% critical hit damage, 75% headshot damage, and 21% health damage. The reason I didn't run the capacitor is that it has no health damage on it. It absolutely falls off when it comes to killing health bars, and if you're playing solo and things like that, you get a lot of red bars and things like that. Whereas the shield splinter or any, you know, assault rifle has 21% health damage. It makes an absolute mockery of dogs and, you know, and everything else. It just makes for a better all-round PvE experience anyway. The capacitor is just much more suited to all, you know, armored enemies or PvP, you know. So if you're going to go into countdown with this, then great, take the capacitor. If not, I would run something like this instead, or perhaps, like I said, you could run the St. Elmo, but you will go over crit chance cap. That's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you think. Have you been running Umbra in PvE? And if you have, let me know how so. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.